Hi guys, welcome back to session from Prague this time. I don't think I made a video of this map yet, and ever since I got it, it's pretty much been my favorite. As much as I love Petrus, I do get bored of it sometimes, so it's nice to have, with any DLC map, it's nice to just find new spots. Struggling with my manual catch lately. Like I said in the previous video, the last Isaac video, I haven't been playing much of any game lately, with the exception of Jedi Survivor. So I have gotten a bit rusty. Still playing on manual catch, even though every time I play I'm considering switching to auto catch. But every time I switch to auto catch it's just not as fun. That's the truth. For a week or two I was making quite a few clips, which I suppose I can go through in a minute, or some of them. But yeah, I was really enjoying just taking the time to make good looking clips. If you heard Anna sneeze, I apologize. She's been sick for the last few days, so the risks of being a photographer who works with children. It's not her main clientele, but with the holiday season, she does Christmas shoots at her house. She has a studio in the second bedroom, which is currently very prettily decorated. And for the past 2 weekends or so, there have been quite a few families coming over for shoots. Mostly, if not always, with children. So yeah, she's blaming it on them that she's sick now. I like this gap, but the camera always gets weird because it gets too close to the cart. Unnecessarily boned, but still. too little speed or too high grind friction. That's what that was. I would do a tour of this map, but by now it's by no means old, but also by no means new. So if you if you play a session or you keep up with a session, then you've most likely seen all of it. I'm gonna try and restrict myself a bit because I've discovered, or I've learned for myself, that it's actually very enjoyable to do easy stuff and not fall all the time than it is to try really complex tricks and combos and lines but never land anything. It's a pretty tall gap. You need quite a bit of speed, but then it's more difficult to time, at least for me. I didn't finish my thought from earlier about the clips I was making. I was sharing them on the session subreddit, seeking validation, I suppose. But mostly just enjoying the process of making clips. Kind of a weird landing, but still cool. Hang on, this is very irrelevant, but yeah, kind of. I just realized that my new glasses look more like the glasses he's wearing now. Okay, sure. Wait, let's, before I forget, or before I run out of time, let's watch a few clips. There aren't that many, as it turns out. Which I assume is due to the fact that I didn't save all of them. Like, very often I record a clip on the PlayStation while playing the replay in slow motion. So wait, can you turn on the montage view? This one should should be pretty cool. It took me a long time to get right, and even then it's not perfect. Nollie laser, I think. Kickflip tail, kickflip. Front lip or backboard, I'm not sure. Backside heel, and then what was that? Heel flip, body varial, revert, I guess. Yeah. Pretty proud of that line. And as you may or may not know, I like to do kickflip body varials. But relatively recently I've found out that heel flip body varials actually maybe even look a bit better. What is this? Simple kickflip nose grind. Tight kickflip body varial. Ah, right. I remember. This took forever to, to get good. It's not how you say it. To land properly is what I meant. There's not much time between the ollie up the ledge and the actual trick. It's a very tight landing, obviously. And then rolling off the ledge also took some effort. Because sometimes you would, sometimes, wait, if I can ably demonstrate. If you're on a ledge and you roll off, it often looks like that. Without the push, but still. So you have to kind of manual off it to level out. Or you just crash, or you kind of get into a grind on the edge. I'm getting back to the clips, but I wanted to do something on these stairs. Not like that. Just a nice front blunt. Which I can't lock into for some reason. Not great, but Hard lip switch tray. Right. This might be my favorite actually. It's a fun gap. Okay, and lastly, nose grind, big heel, lip. I have no idea. Oh, right, this. This was not what I originally set out to do. It's what I had to settle on. So originally, wait, this is not gonna, I'm not gonna land this at all, but just so you get the idea. Originally the plan was a front side heel over this little wall, then a switch nose grind to laser flip, I guess, out. No, not laser flip. Big heel. So like this, and then nose grind, and then either a laser flip or a big heel out, and then like a nollie 270 lip or whatever you call it. I know a good amount of skate trick not technology, terminology. But yeah, like the finer nuances, whatever you call it, I'm not that great with. Like that, but then into a back lip, I suppose. Oops. Oh. It's kind of a shame that I don't have all the clips saved, because there were some fun ones that I can't exactly remember. I made a few compilations, so just, I don't know, 5 to 10 different tricks on any one obstacle. And there was this gap, which is a bit unrealistic, but still fun. Well, I swear it didn't used to be this tough to land, well, without the power slide. Jaws could probably land this. Most people couldn't. I don't know why I instinctively went for a wall ride when I know that's not a thing. I did a bunch of stuff on this rail, which is kind of fun by itself. Although, I need a bit more speed. terrible crooked. Feels like I'm going too slow, but I can reach. Ouch. That was kind of nice. I made the trucks a little bit tighter because I was having a hard time being precise with my steering. Not sure this is gonna work. I don't know. I did also raise the grind alignment just a bit. I think mainly for 50/50s because they were just impossible to stay into or to get into. To stay into and to get into, I suppose. And I do like 50/50s, I just don't do them a lot because they're particularly difficult. In fact, let's do one here. No, it's not really clean. Oh, it's better. I can never lock in properly with the wheels up against the ledge. No, okay, one more try. If I had a bit higher wheel friction or power slide friction, that wouldn't happen. As for last, let's try backside. Surprisingly difficult. No. Okay, basically, but I really don't know. Oh, okay. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. No idea if that's realistic or not. I'm really sucking at tray flips. Always over rotate, and I don't know how to not over rotate. some reason laser flips just come more easily most of the time. The heel flip was not intentional. Just the tip, as they say. Like I mentioned previously, and in the other most recent video, I'm kinda less interested in gaming generally. I still do. I mean, I do play games quite a lot still, but much less than I used to. And this is, I mean, it's not something new. Sometimes it just comes and goes. And I get less into it for a few weeks or a few months even. And then for no reason I just get really sucked into whatever game again. But the main reason this time is that I'm really focusing a lot on my music. I don't really talk about it that much in these videos, but at least I don't think I do. But yeah, in recent years I feel like I've not been spending enough time playing music, writing music, recording, just yeah, playing in general. Largely because I get so distracted by video games, if I'm honest. I do have to admit to myself, or I had to admit to myself, that I have kind of a problem when it comes to games. I wouldn't say it was debilitating by any means. Like, I could function, I could still get the very fast. I could still get the, you know, the most important things in life done. But it was getting in the way of other things which I know I love to do, such as music. Actually, only music. It's very easy to start playing a game and then hours pass, and at the end I kind of wished I never started. Or I wished I was able to stop after an hour, maybe 2 hours tops. Okay. It would happen most often when I was out for a wedding all day. And I would just have the TV for myself for an entire day, sometimes a few days if she has to stay in the area of the wedding because it's too far to drive back home. And pretty much without fault, every time I would tell myself that I would play games for a few hours, work on music for a few hours, watch a movie or a series or whatever that I know Anna doesn't like to watch. Just, divide my day into several things that have to be done or that I want to get done. But yeah, like I said, almost without fault, I would just spend literally the whole day playing usually one game. And yeah, it was just starting to bother me a bit too much that I could never get anything done because of video games. So yeah, even not fully intentionally, I just started playing less. Or I should say, it's not that I actively chose not to play video games as much, I should clarify. It's more that I actively chose to to work on music when I have free time. It's funny how that's not necessarily the same thing. Choosing not to do something or choosing to do something. So, very briefly put, my original plan was to work on music and work towards releasing an EP of sorts by the end of the year. Of no specific genre. I mean, I don't try to be tied to one genre. It's just, very broadly speaking, guitar music. I do, or it's not even really true that I try to write in the same style every time, but lately, I suppose my influences dictate that I play a certain style more than others. I'm not fully sure how you would classify it, but I suppose like Americana, folk, blues kind of stuff. I don't like to talk about genres because I feel like it doesn't always correctly label what it is. I think it's just that I'm not sure what to call it, even though it's nothing super innovative or, experimental stuff. I don't like the idea of blues because in my mind it's kind of boring. But I guess it's still pretty heavily influenced by blues. Anyway, so far it's going pretty well. I doubt it's going to be finished by the end of the year, but it's not a hard deadline. I just, I try to work on it most days. I'm having fun doing it. Pretty much all parts of the process. I like coming up with parts, guitar parts, bass parts, drum parts. I don't play drums physically. It's all it's realistic sounding drums, or so I hope. But it's all MIDI, digital drums. Most of the time the guitar part is what comes first, and then I try to find a bass part that fits to that and a drum part that fits to both. Which is kind of an well, there's no rules, but typically speaking, the drums are recorded first and then bass, so there's the foundation, and then guitar, and then vocals, which I don't have. It's instrumental music for two main reasons. Or maybe three, depending how you look at it. But I'm not a singer, just, succinctly put. I can sing a bit, but I'm really no singer. I don't necessarily enjoy it. I don't feel like music necessarily needs vocals, even if it's like, even if it's otherwise kind of, I don't know how to explain this. Even if it's not prog rock, or even if it's kind of basic rock or whatever genre, I suppose even if it's not obviously instrumental music, that doesn't mean that you have to have vocals. I do realize that turns a lot of people off if there's no singing, because that's what most people relate to. So yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going with this story, if you can call it a story, but that's very much where my focus lies now. Sadly, also at the expense of videos like this. I still enjoy making them. I just don't get round to it as often. And I don't really miss it either when I don't do it, or when I don't record anything for a few weeks, or probably even longer. That being said, I do still want to keep making videos, however infrequently, because at this point, even though I'm still a very small channel, I do still see growth. There are still new subscribers every once in a while, and as long as people keep subscribing, I feel like I should keep making videos. Although I'm very much aware that, or I have the strong impression that most people who find this channel are here for the old videos, the skate videos, and some of the videos from the first year or 2 years maybe. Which is fine, of course. It's not a complaint by any means. Although I do hope that those people also like the newer stuff. I would assume that people who enjoy the skate videos would likely also enjoy this game, but I'm aware that the presentation isn't necessarily the same between those videos and these newer session videos, because my recording setup changed a bit. I sound pretty different. my style, I suppose, of speaking is not exactly the same as then. Jeez, my board just exploded. The old leg stretch. Anyway, I'm just rambling on as always. To conclude, to round off the musical topic, I'm not sure if I should do anything more with the music. I mean, like, if I should start making videos about the recording process, or you know, if there's anything related to that activity. I don't know how to call it. If there's anything related to it that I could or should be making videos about for this channel. I do occasionally make videos for my other channel, like the music related channel, which I also don't mention much. I have started posting TikToks pretty much every day for the last few weeks. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's a bit cringy, but I kind of enjoy making it, and just it's an easy thing to get into, and it's not as intimidating as recording long form videos, especially music related videos, because it requires quite a bit more setup and planning and skill, really, to record videos like that than it does to record videos like this. But short clips for TikTok of me playing, if I have a cool riff or, you know, a piece of song, piece of music that I want to share, it's very easy to do that. As well as like some things about autism, and just, you know, it's not all necessarily music related. But I'm having fun with it, and it's just a different thing than a different thing than I usually do. I've had my TikTok account for maybe a few years by now, but after the first 10 or whatever posts that I made, I kind of stopped doing it. But lately I just have more ideas for what I think are kind of fun things to post. try to remember to link it in the description if you're interested. Or I will link it anyway, but you can check it out if you're interested. Such a good looking trick. Nollie lasers. And I'm weirdly consistent at them, even though they're arguably a relatively difficult trick. But I'm much more consistent at those than at tray flips, as is very obvious. But I'd say that's gonna be it for this one. It's a bit longer than usual, but I suppose I had a lot to talk about, which can be a benefit. It's not always a benefit. But yeah. Thanks for watching, as always, and for listening. Good night if you're watching this before you go to sleep. Take care, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.